Right on,
You know,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
I hear
Hey,
you.
yeah. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome. I'm Steve. That's Derek. We're the Midwest Monks. How's it going, bro?
It's going, man. How's it going with you?
Good, good. My day
Other,
started. Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna say it started off good, man. Like I was in a good mood. I had a good breakfast. I always get up early. Like I'm an early bird. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I think that was instilled in me by my dad because he was always up early working. My grandpa, he'd always be up drinking coffee, watching deer, when I was younger and stay there. So like I'm always up early and it's just peaceful at that time of the day.
yeah, man. I hear you. I hear you. I struggle, man. I was always a night owl, right? So like, it was nothing for me, like on school nights and stuff, to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning watching Beavis and Butthead or something, Like,
Yeah.
just, just
them
stupid stuff like that, right?
yeah, them late night shows that you shouldn't be watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the
Uh,
privileges of having a TV in your room when you're,
yeah, I know.
15, 16 years old.
I couldn't wait for like you remember the channel like E,
Yeah,
like the E channel,
yeah.
right? So late at night they'd be like beaches in Brazil, and they'd have all these hot chicks walking around in little bikinis and stuff. I'm a teenager. I'm just like, you know.
Yeah. I
But
hear you, man.
yeah, so my day started off pretty good. On the way to work though, I was jamming. I got some new music. I made a CD. I was jamming, and I went to pass this guy, and he must have been pissed or something because he swerved at me. And like, like
Road rage,
road,
baby.
yeah. I was like, I'm ready to pull over. I gave him kind of a look, and he was all chicoed up. He had like a bandana on. I think he was tough riding around in a Mustang. But road rage, it's a real thing.
Wait a minute. You made a CD?
I did. I made a CD, man.
Like recently?
Yeah, like last night.
Oh my God. I didn't know people still did that.
I do.
Honestly.
Yeah. My car actually still has a tape deck. It's like
Does
the
it really?
dual. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. It's an '04 Impala SS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cassettes probably were still not really around, but they still made them in vehicles, I suppose, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what
When they
year.
stopped doing that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think maybe like '06.
Do they?
Like it just was certain cars that, you would get them in. Like I was odd that because my wife's got an '07 and it's just CD. It's got the auxiliary jack. That's what really sucks is I don't have an auxiliary jack in my car.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Well, that's what we used to do, right? Like plug the auxiliary in and have your Discman or whatever on the side.
yeah.
And play
Skip.
throw the cassette tape in. Yeah, yeah. You'd make like these makeshift like nest things that you'd
Oh yeah.
put it in so with springs so that way
When some of
wouldn't
them used to
skip your
come with
CD.
the anti-skip button and you have to
Yeah.
push that. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Takes like 6 AA batteries.
Oh my God.
Oh shit,
That
man.
was cool. Those
Yeah.
are the times, man.
And then
I
back
was
in high school, you could like the teachers during tests, they'd let you bring them in. You know what I mean?
what?
Yeah,
No,
and yeah,
they didn't let us do that.
yeah, yeah,
Wow, you must have went to a cool school.
yeah. I did. It was pretty dope.
Right on,
I'm
man.
I'm using slang words now. It was pretty dope.
Yeah. Hey, man.
So yeah, that's kind of how my day started off, man. What about yourself?
No, that was good. Uh, Amazon is kicking our ass at work, man. Well, it was like what Amazon days the last couple days. So now all
Yeah,
that's starting to roll in. Holy crap, dude.
yeah. Prime Day was a big deal, dude. They got
Yeah,
some
Prime Day. That's it.
good deals on that shit.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't buy anything. I looked. I was shopping. I was scrolling, and I'm like, no, don't do it. So I didn't do it. I didn't buy anything.
Yeah, be a mail carrier's friend and just say no.
Yeah, man. I thank my mail carriers once in a while when they're out there and I'm out there at
Some
the
people
same
do.
time. I do. I'm like, thanks for your service. I appreciate it. I know you guys are out there, rain, snow, or shine, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, some people are appreciative, some are dicks.
Yeah.
I hate to say
Now,
it, but they're
well,
brutal.
it's the truth, man.
Yeah.
Now, does any of your like on yeah, like I know you guys have specific routes, but like do you guys get like gifts like during Christmas or something? They'll say they'll leave you a card or a box or something, because I know some people do that. I've done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Technically we're not really supposed to get gifts per se. But
Mm.
there'll be people out there that'll just be like, here's a card with a thank you in it, or they make food for you, cookies and chocolates, or
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, people are nice. They genuinely appreciate their carriers.
Well, yeah, you guys are like a part of. I mean, we need you. It's a
Yeah. Oh
fact.
man,
You know what I'm saying?
without a doubt. Yep. No, it's still a necessity, even though with all like the online banking and people pay all their bills online, all that
Yeah.
stuff. You know,
Which saves it's probably cut down on some of the, what you guys got to carry with you, right?
A little bit. Yeah,
But now it's just changed into packages.
it is. Yeah, we were actually um making fun of it a little bit this morning. We're like, oh, I think our shirts changed to brown. Like UPS, because I mean it packages like crazy.
Well,
So, but part of the gig, man. It's evolving.
yeah. Yeah, man. The world it's crazy, dude. I was listening to some podcasts today at work, and it's just some of the stuff like we don't even think about it really, you know. Today actually is my son's birthday. He turns 13.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, which is he's actually out of town because I was at work, and mom took him and a friend to out of town to go have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Went
Yeah.
to amusement park and stuff. So they're still gone. But I was thinking, it's like, man, 5 years he's gonna be 18, and that's considered an adult.
Hmm.
That blows my mind because, like, to me, like 18 shouldn't be the adult age, right? Like I'm gonna be 39 and I'm still learning shit.
Oh God, yeah. I know. I tell my kid that all the time. He's not. He's gonna be 20. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
it
crazy.
time flies.
Well, yeah, we both had kids pretty young
Yeah.
in school because I
Yep.
my daughter's 21, but I don't agree with it anymore that 18 should be like you're an adult now.
Right.
I think it should be like 21 to 25. I know that sounds crazy, but
Moving up. Well, allow kids to get through high school, go to college, or start like working a little bit, and then they can. Because
right.
coming out of school, you don't know jack shit. Coming out of high school, you don't know jack shit. You don't know shit about life. You don't,
Nothing.
especially now. Well, like you do your best as a parent to try and here. This is how money works. This is how you pump your gas. This is how you change a tire. All that good stuff. Some
Yeah.
kids get it. Some kids don't. You know, and they get to be 18 and it's like time to go to college or whatever. They don't even know how to cook themselves a dinner unless it's macaroni and cheese. And like you have to get the or the stuff that goes in the microwave. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I don't know, man. It's crazy. Speaking of macaroni and cheese, my sister told me it's macaroni and cheese day, National Macaroni and Cheese Day or something.
Yes, it is. I just got a text from that too. From the missus. She told me that. She's like, yeah, it's macaroni. I'm like, all weekend long, apparently.
Hmm.
I think, what's that? Noodles and Company? I think it might be at
Yeah, yeah.
Noodles and Company is like $3 for a bowl of mac and a pop or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
No,
Can't find deals like that anymore.
no. Shit, no.
I might have to take a ride.
I went to Culver's.
Oh, there you go.
That's, but that's expensive shit there.
Midwest, man.
Yeah. Cheese curds, baby.
Yep.
So yeah, so I was like pondering that today for a while. I'm like, man, because like from 18 to 21, there's that gap, right? You still learn some shit, but you're having fun. You don't know nothing. You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to pay. Like you mentioned, man, you're not a clue, but yet you can sign up and be in the military, right?
Yeah.
You can't drink a fucking beer, but you can go shoot somebody or get shot at.
Right.
Okay, so it just to me, dude, I don't agree with it, because once I hit like 25, 26, like it started to plane out. Like you started thinking a little bit better, you're
Yep.
saving money, you're making right decisions.
Right.
You're going to bed at 9 instead of staying up till 12 playing fucking video games.
Not me, and dude. When I was like 21, that's what I was still doing that.
Well, that's what I'm
you know.
saying,
Well,
you know.
exactly.
But then you're late for work or you're tight, you know what I'm saying? If your
Right.
job, it's just
Your priorities are way off.
yeah.
Right. Just
And
doing whatever you want to do. No, no, you don't care about who you're working for or anybody really. You're just in it for yourself.
yeah,
Going out to the bars, getting drunk, doing, you
doing
know.
stupid shit.
Yeah.
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 Being a kid, kind of.
Yep.
And a legal kid. Like you go to the bars
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
So then you hit 25, you plane out. Like I think you shouldn't be able to get married until you're 25 as well. Like, I think
Okay,
that's just because I got married young, you know.
sure.
And then that, I mean, I was married for 10 years and then that ended.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I waited a while and then got remarried when I was older. When you found your person.
Right. Yeah, I didn't get married till shit. I don't even know how old I was. 36.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good age.
Yeah.
Good age. You got your career
Yep.
or you did something with yourself, we'll say, right? You probably got a house,
Right.
working on paying off school loans or your debt. You know what I'm saying? You're level headed now.
Yeah, I think that happened when I was like 30, right? Like there was like a distinct time where I just knew that, all right, I feel like a little bit more mature now, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't like overnight, but it was at a time where I was like, okay, I can go out and spend money if I want to. I'm financially stable enough to where I don't have to worry about that. You know, it's not like fuck you money, but it's
Yeah.
like I'm not like making millions, but I can go and yeah, I can go spend $100 and be like, hey, this is easy.
Yeah, no, I hear
Like
you. Yep.
whatever. And uh, yeah, I want to say it was like right around 30 when you just kind of okay, I think I feel all right now. I feel like I'm an adult. I feel like I'm doing important, proper things that isn't just some juvenile delinquent running around doing stupid shit.
Yeah. No, I know, man. My other son got his first job. He's working tonight, and that's going like he wanted to get a job, right?
Good.
He's saving half of his paycheck,
Okay.
and he was like, "Dad, let me get a let's can I get a debit card?" And I'm like, "No, no." He's 14. He's gonna be 15. So I got four
Okay.
kids. I got you know that, but anybody watching or listening, I got four kids. So I give him cash. I want him to know what it feels like to have cash in his hands. Because in a card and a chip, you don't
Oh, that's super easy.
yeah, nobody pays attention,
Mhm.
and then you could overspend, you get an overdraft fee, bad
Yep.
shit happens. I want him to understand the concept of the money in his hand, spending it, handing it to someone else, and
Right.
watching it go. I don't think a lot of parents these days are like, oh, I don't know. I'm just speculating. Who the fuck am I, right? But we're talking about it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
A
I
lot of
think you're
people
right.
don't teach their kids that, I get some of his friends come over, and back when I was a kid and you were a kid, when you went to your friend's house, it was always yes, sir, yes, ma'am, or Mr. and Mrs., whatever. You were polite. You said thank you.
Yeah.
They
Took
come
your
over.
shoes off at the door.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
I was like, he comes in calling me by my first name, asking me can I go in your fridge? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
This
eat
never
my food.
happened.
Get out of here.
I mean, it's like, take your shoes off, walking in. It's like, so is that a reflection of what the parents are teaching their kids?
Could be. Um I know that, some of my kids really close friends, like I treated them like they were my own kid. So when they were
Yeah.
at the house, it's like, go in the fridge, man, grab a soda or whatever. And they knew that they could, but they also were given that permission by me. So I think it could be the parents, it could be in the eye of the beholder. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like from
I,
my point of view, right? It
yeah,
was it
no.
was by me. Like if there was some jackwagon that he brought home, it's like, dude, get out of here. Like
Right.
I'm not going to give him that same option,
Right.
you know.
But like
But
the first impression, though, I mean, you could get to that basis, like you said, you treated
yeah,
them like one of your own. Jasmine had friends like that when she was real. So I understand that what you're saying there. But like the first initial, hey, so and so Jimmy's coming over. He wants to, okay, just hey, oh, hey, walking in, hey, what's for dinner? What's that?
yeah,
It's like, oh,
yeah.
I
Slow
don't,
your roll, buddy.
yeah, I just met you, you
Yeah,
know. So I was thinking about that. So my mind was really all over the place today with young kids coming up and responsibility and discipline, like the whole package. And I think, we're lacking that teaching kids that today, our own kids. even in the school systems, probably.
I would imagine. Yeah, there's a definite lack of respect.
You know, it's kind of a shame. Some of the shit I hear, with they say they can't even go to the bathroom, and their kids are in there banging on the walls, kicking the door, vandalizing stuff. It's like I don't remember doing anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, when I was in school, we had a kid start a fire in the bathroom. Just took all the paper towel or whatever and dumped it on the ground and lit the shit on fire.
Didn't care.
Evacuate, evacuate everyone out. We thought it was a
bomb
fire drill, but no, it was a real thing.
bomb threats was a big deal back when I was in school.
Okay.
People were calling in bomb threats all the
Yep.
time.
Oh yeah, I remember that crosstown when hearing that all the time. We never
Yeah,
had one by us, but
yeah, that was a big deal, man. I think they finally got the kids and they got expelled.
yeah,
Yeah, crazy shit.
I know it, man. It's ridiculous. It's just it's unreal what. I mean, I guess that's probably similar to what kids are going through with it now with the school shootings and stuff. But like, it was probably that same concept making those threats. Just no one had the balls to like actually go through with it.
Go through with it. Yeah,
But now kids have like zero shame. They don't give two fucks about themselves or anybody else. So,
yeah.
right? Who cares?
That's a big fucking topic too, man. Like depression and kids and like the social media. It's a fucking monster, man. Is what it
Dude, it
really
is.
is.
It is.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I think the problem, I mean, obviously the social media is a huge problem. I got rid of all my social media. I mean, honestly,
yeah,
um, but, uh, but having kids be a part of that and not know how to cope with it. And as a parent, like I tried to not necessarily limit, but if Logan had a hard time with something, I would be like, dude, it's okay. Like a girlfriend, right? He
yeah,
got super messed up about a girlfriend once, and it's like, dude, just freaking relax. It's not going to be the end of the world.
oh man,
It's only a girlfriend. Who gives a shit? You know?
dude.
And it's just one of those things where it's like you got to like talk these kids off a ledge every time there's a bad thing that happens. It's like, dude, it's okay. It's definitely okay.
There's
Nothing's perfect.
no fucking way I'd like to try to be a kid, have going through that phase of girlfriends, like your middle school sweetheart,
Hmm.
going into high school. Like I couldn't even fathom that, man. Just with everybody lives on their phone.
Yeah.
Everybody, dude. This power is right here at everyone's fingertips.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guilty of it too. We obviously use it because it's a fucking tool.
Right. But when it's used properly, it's
Right.
super important. But I mean, think about it. Like, you're in a relationship in high school now, and back when we were in school, if you saw your girlfriend talking to another guy, you're like, hey, what's going on? You know,
Puffed up.
right? Yeah.
Got the peacock.
Yeah. But like, it was like right there in front of you. But
Yeah.
now you can't see any of that stuff. Everything's hidden, everything's gone. Like, no one knows. No one knows what's going on. You can't trust anybody. It's just a disaster.
I don't know what Android it is, if it's a Samsung or a Google Pixel or something, but like you can have like the same phone and you like use your fingerprint. You know how your fingerprints you can open your phone with your fingerprints,
Oh, sure.
right?
Yep.
You can open up one phone with your left hand using your fingerprint, and then your right hand opens up a whole new phone. Like, so you could be having like, you hide your shit easily now. Like,
You
I could believe that when I read that or heard that. Like, you can have the same phone, but two different phones, if that makes sense.
what?
Yeah, I'm not bullshitting you.
So you have like, okay, this one's for business and this one's for
Yep.
pleasure.
Yeah. So, I could
I'm
be
sure that was the mentality behind that, right?
yeah. I'm not kidding you, dude. I was like, that blew my mind when I read that. I'm
Wow.
like, that is, so you could be so deceitful.
I mean, that's cool technology, but yeah, you're right. You use that in the wrong way. Oh man,
So,
unreal.
yeah,
It's unreal,
yeah,
dude.
it is. It is, bro. I mean, I got back on social media For one, I got Instagram, and the only reason I was at the delete button not too long ago, and the only reason that I kept it was just to stay in contact with a few people, to like voice message and stuff, because
Sure.
one lives in Canada. Well, really, it's just one person, and he lives in Canada.
Yeah.
So there's some kind of funky charges and such. He's got my number, but so I was gonna delete that, but I didn't. And then the Facebook, it's all fake news, and I'm not just
Oh
using
yeah.
I like that term. I'm not using it just because Trump said it. That's a fucking perfect term for a lot of
Yeah.
shit in the world.
Yeah, it is. And that's the same thing. I got Instagram, but everything else I got rid of. I was tired of all the garbage
Yeah,
on Facebook. It was just nonsense.
I just have it for the marketplace, just because I like to find books and Star Wars stuff, because that's
Yep.
my jam. But I'm thinking about axing that too, because it's just like when you're watching TV and you come to a commercial or whatever, or a boring part in the show that you're watching. 98% of people, what do? They grab their phone,
Right.
and I don't want to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do that. If I'm watching a show, I try to put that thing down, and then again, I'm super like involved when I watch a movie or a show anyway, so it's like I don't usually have to worry about my phone, but
Yeah, that's an
sometimes.
that's another thing, dude. Like when we were growing up, we had the TV commercials. Now everything is like streamed. You could sit down and watch. You could spend your whole day just watching the same show,
Yeah.
with no commercials, no interruptions, like that overstimulation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like it's just you need it. Now I get pissed like on certain shows where I have to wait. Like now I'm like
Oh
I'm antsy because it's like now I want to watch the next one and now I can't.
yeah. Yeah, the season ends and you're like, "Come on, man. What
Yeah.
the hell? I want this thing now."
Yeah. So now they're doing like half seasons. Yep.
Oh yeah, there's the Culver's Cup right there.
Yep. No Diet Coke, man. I don't know why. My grandpa he loved Diet Coke. That's what he drank. And growing up as a kid, I hated it. But now I just had a craving for it not too long ago. I'm like, man, I can go for a Diet Coke. And I just been
Interesting.
like, yeah, I've just been hooked on it. I know it's got aspartame and it's fucking poison, and I get all that, you know. But
I don't really drink a whole lot of soda. Not anymore. Once in a while, my wife like loves Dr. Pepper, so if we do get a soda, it's like one of those 24-ounce cans,
yep.
and that's what we'll have. We'll just split it, or sometimes she'll drink the whole thing, but that's about it. If we're lucky, we'll get a Mountain Dew. I don't know, she'll get her Dr. Pepper if she's gonna do the whole thing, and then she'll get a Mountain Dew for me or something. Or but a lot of times I can't even finish the whole thing. It's like, oh man, this is too sweet, or
It is. Well, you're right. You're right. Not.
whatever. Just not used to it anymore.
I know it was a shock to my system because that's all I drank was water, or some sort of a Gatorade, Powerade to kind of mix things up. Back when I was in shape, I guess we'll say.
Yeah,
But now I just don't give a shit. I hit that point after what happened. It's like, you know,
I hear you.
I want to enjoy things again,
Right.
while I
Eat
can.
what you want,
Yeah.
drink what you want.
Yep. Actually, I had my first beer last night.
Oh, I was gonna ask you about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd
Yeah.
that go?
Good. I just had one. Took me I haven't like not that I had a problem with alcohol, right? But I just was really disciplined in my fitness back when I was going at it hard and
Right.
in healthy and in shape. Like I cut all that shit. So like I never was addicted. I've always had good willpower
Sure.
to stop things and discipline. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how, it's just ingrained in me. So that's why I don't understand people with addiction. And this could be a whole other conversation after,
Oh
but
yeah.
I don't want to trail off. But um so yeah, I was like, I can go for a Corona. That's the only beer I like.
Okay.
I love it. That's what I drank when I drank. So I got myself a 6-pack and cracked open one, was jamming out to some music. I was kind of home by myself for a while, so I cooked some dinners and was cleaning, just jamming around the house, and just had my one beer, and it was good, man. I got a little buzz off it. I felt good, felt loose, and
Right on, man.
that was it.
That's cool.
But you're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm doing
you're
my marathon training now, so like I haven't been drinking, but I don't drink a lot anyway. But
yeah.
every once in a while, like if it's a day where I don't work the next day, like I'll sit down to do some gaming or something, and I'll mix up a little drink or something, make an old fashioned or you
Okay.
know
So
something like
you're
that,
all right.
or little Tito's and ginger beer or something, and
So you like you're more of a rum, whiskey,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
concoction type of drinker. You don't really beer.
yeah, more or less started drinking brandy from in my old fashions, like old man shit.
Yeah, well, we're
And then
getting
but like I
we're
said though, I don't drink a lot. I like very
no, right.
rarely actually. Um and once in a while to have one, it just tastes good just to have one,
Yeah.
or we'll go out to a supper club or something, and do some dinner dates or something like that, and then you'll
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
have a
mixed drink
drink. You
then.
ain't
But
got to.
every once in a while I'll have a beer too, if
Yeah.
you get together with an old buddy or something like that. It's like, hey, you want a beer? Yeah, I suppose I'll have one.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt, man. They say it's good for you. Like they say it's good to have one
Mhm.
every now and then. Even wine, wine's good for you.
Yep.
But that's like,
If you- Like if people have a heart attack, they'll say go have a beer a day or a beer, every other day or whatever. I would assume that it's well blood thinner, so it helps keep the flow going.
yeah, yeah. There's weird shit like that that can, you know, I don't know. Most of it's all an acquired taste too.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I used to
Oh,
like
some of
cat.
those darker beers are like, oh,
Yeah,
that
I've
tastes like shit.
never got into any of that, man. None of them
The
big.
craft beers are good though. I like some craft beers.
Yeah.
Those are yeah, oh yeah. We got
No.
some of them around town, a couple
Just
up north that are pretty
yes.
good.
I've heard. I've heard. I mean, I've been to what's that? There's a place in Appleton. Shit. I can't think of the name.
Oh
But
yeah, I don't
I
know.
just I'll have a Corona. I don't want to,
Oh yeah. Go into
when
a craft brew place and
yeah.
have a Corona.
Well, I think that comedy club has like their own in the
Oh, yeah,
basement,
yeah.
like
Oh, what the hell?
the Stonehenge or
Stonehenge.
yeah,
Stonehenge? Yeah, I know
something
what
like
you're talking
that.
about.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that brewery's, like, on the bottom of that place.
Mhm. It's really
Skyline.
cool. It's cool
Yeah,
down there. Yeah.
yeah. Been to a few shows there. They're good.
Yeah, I don't even remember when I went there for. I think it was when I was going to school, when we were going to school down at the
Oh,
shop
man.
down there.
Yep.
I think I went with some buddies and we just went
Oh,
down
yeah,
to the bar.
you went through your apprenticeship through Faith, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still went through
Oh, you went through Wisconsin?
yeah.
Yeah, you went through
I
the
went through the
whole.
OG class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
they
right.
changed all that.
I forgot about that, man. You were already into it.
Yeah, I was like I don't know, one of the 3 or 4 last classes, I think,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was a good gig for a while, man. I had some fun. Met some cool people.
Oh, man, I traveled a lot, got to see a lot of cool stuff,
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
you know, and I had a
Yeah.
lot of free will when I was able to do that. I didn't have, like, any I mean, there was restrictions, but not many. Like, I
Yeah.
was able to go and do whatever the hell I wanted,
Yeah.
you know,
That was a
and
good privileged position to be in, man, for
oh,
sure.
yeah. Yeah, I fought for that one pretty hard, it sucked being away from the kid, but, um it was worth it to get that experience and traveling, seeing
Yeah.
other things, seeing other cultures, and just being able to see what it's like around the country.
Yeah. That's good.
Big
That's what
difference.
my sister's out doing that right now. She's her boyfriend is works construction, big company, and he goes all over the place, man. I think they're in South Dakota right now. They were in Washington. So yeah, these are just going around, and then on his time off, they like go to like specific locations to see stuff, right?
Sure.
Like the Grand Canyon and shit like that,
Yep.
which is cool because it's an experience, man. And
Yeah.
if you don't get out there and do it, it's not gonna come looking for you.
Yep. Well, I made it a point. Like everywhere I went to, I'm like, all right, let's do a little research. What is something that makes this area unique to that area, right?
Yeah,
So, like in Alaska, I kayaked up to a glacier. That was the coolest thing ever. right? You know what I mean? Something like that. Okay, and everywhere I went, I ate fish tacos too, because obviously what I was doing was along the coast everywhere I went.
It's
So
what
like,
was there.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like fish tacos, man, everywhere. Hawaii, great fish tacos. Puerto Rico, best ones ever. Best fish tacos alive, in my opinion. And I've had a lot of fish tacos now. But yeah, so like Alaska or Puerto Rico, Alaska, Hawaii, California had some good ones. You know, you get in the Gulf Coast, there's fish tacos, but that's more Cajun. There's some weird stuff down there. They eat weird things, but it's
So,
it's all good though.
out of all the places that you've been to, what's like your favorite that you would go back to
Oh
and
man,
revisit? I know that's a
New
tough one.
Orleans was freaking awesome.
Dude, that's crazy down there.
I had a lot of fun there.
We went
Um,
down there.
yeah, that was a good time. I was there like a week before Mardi Gras. So I mean they're already partying and doing all their stuff.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like Mardi Gras is like almost never ending through like the whole springtime. But like um yeah, there pretty much everywhere in Texas I went was fun. I enjoyed that. Um where else? I don't know, man. Alaska was pretty sweet.
Yeah. I
The
can imagine,
tides,
dude.
the
Oh,
tides, I mean, were huge. I mean huge. It was insane. They would have like ramps that went down to the boats that were like, you know, 100, 200 feet long because they had to be with how
oh
much
yeah. Fucking
the water was fluctuating. Like, it's just like, geez, this is insane.
yeah,
But yeah,
man.
it was pretty fun, man.
Good times, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could have went out with you sometimes. Yeah,
Oh, I know.
Derek and I worked in on well, Derek's got a lot more experience, but working with different ships and Coast Guard boats and such, and so that's kind of how we hooked up and became friends. But New Orleans, man, we went down there. We Airbnb'd a house in Mississippi, and we drove down there, which was crazy. Okay,
That's an experience in itself,
this
right?
is a
Driving.
fucking story here, man. Wait, okay. So on the way down, we stopped in Alabama and stayed in a hotel. And I was a big NASCAR fan, so I wanted to see the Talladega Super Speedway. I've always loved that track. You know, I was a big Dale Jr. fan. My old man was a Dale Sr. fan. So it's like we went and checked out the track, which was cool, man. Driving up to it, and it's just enormous in the middle of nowhere.
Banks are huge as hell, right?
Huge. You drive underneath the track to get into it, which was fucking crazy. In this little tunnel, and you're looking up and you just see the banking, you know, it's crazy. And we took a tour. They got their own museum there, which was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Then we took into like a little tour bus and they took you around the track. Well, there was some practicing going on, so that was pretty cool. They had like cars. It was safety training, so there was cars flipped upside down, like a crash had happened, and all this. You know, they got to do their whole program to, you know, make sure the driver's safe, get them out of the car. If there's a fire, you know, they had the fire trucks there to put it out. So it was pretty cool to see all that. So anyway, we get to our destination. Everything's cool. Then we go to New Orleans, go to a zoo, uh, the Sea World. Check that out. That was pretty cool.
Oh, there's a
Or
SeaWorld
not
and
Sea World, but like a sea museum type
oh, like an
of.
aquatic,
Yeah,
like live animals. Was it
yeah,
live?
yeah.
Okay, right on.
We checked out some insect museum thing, which the little one got bit by something, and then she broke out in fucking hives, dude. And
Oh no.
we had to take her to like the ER. And then they're like, "Oh, was nothing here." It's like bullshit. You got bugs that who the fuck knows, you
Yeah.
know? All and so that was crazy. But this was on the beginning of COVID was starting to really like take place in the States, right? Like
Okay.
when we went down there, they were talking about it. It was in China and all that shit. Maybe I shouldn't even say that word because we'll probably get this fucking taken down for saying COVID. But
Yeah.
so things started getting weird down there. Like we went to a grocery store and it was just loaded with people. Like the water was gone.
Oh
Like
wow.
this wasn't even like this was just like the beginning of stuff, man. It was
Yeah.
weird. People were already wearing gloves and stuff on their hands. Like it was I'm like we're driving straight back home. Like we're not fucking around because it's getting weird. And then it was on
Yeah.
the radio, and then called back home here to our family and stuff, and things were starting to get a little weird here. So we like drove straight back. Just coffee powered up. The next day was miserable, man. Staying up like that whole like my body wasn't used to staying up,
Oh, tell
dude.
me about it. I know how
Like
that goes.
like
Yeah, it's like
jet
jet lag,
bad,
right?
bad, man. I
Yeah.
was like, poor. So I mean that just kind of summed that story up in a nutshell. But yeah, it was New Orleans was a cool place, man. I was finding Mardi Gras shit, beads
Oh
everywhere.
man. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like
It's crazy when you get
it's a
down there.
culture down there. It's not
Yep.
even an event.
No. No, you're right. It is a complete culture. Everybody takes part, you know.
Yep.
It's fun watching the street performers too because they're just so like into their culture and they just do their thing. It's hilarious what some of their
And people
what
are
they come
so
up with.
like friendly and kind. It's weird. Like we
Mhm.
went to some back alley restaurant joint, and just everybody was cool at work there. They could tell we weren't from there, but they just treated us good, served
Oh,
us
they can
good
pick you
food.
out when you're not from somewhere.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, dude, traveling around, man, I've local people are weird. So like and it's usually the homeless ones that seem to like attract themselves to me for some reason. I don't we're in New Orleans and this guy's like, I bet you a shoe shine, right? So like he
Yeah.
wanted to shine my shoes, which I think they were Nikes. I don't know what you're gonna shine on them, but he then I would have to pay him to do that. But he's like, I bet you a shoe shine, I can guess uh where you came from, where you got your shoes, and something else. And he's like, you came from your mama, you bought your shoes at the store, and I'm like, get out of here! Like, just kept on walking, you know.
That's pretty good though.
It
That's
was
clever.
genius, yeah. It
Yeah.
was hilarious. Then we were in Detroit one time, and um, a guy stops us and he's like, "You got any questions on where you guys got to go?" And like, "How did you know that we weren't from here?" He's like, "You can just tell, you know." And the guy's like, "Well, here, I'll give you a little advice." And they have this like train that goes around Detroit, downtown Detroit,
Okay.
and it's called like the People Mover, I guess. And he's like, "You get on the People Mover, you ride that thing around, you find out where all the people are, and then you go there." And we're like, "Thanks, man. You're genius. Thank you for that sound advice."
That'll be $50.
Yeah, he wanted money. He
Yeah.
did. He
Yeah.
wanted money for that advice. I'm like, "No, no. I mean,
When
I appreciate what what you're doing, but we have an agenda that we're already gonna stick to."
we went to Jamaica the first time there, just for like a honeymoon, we'll say, just a getaway. We used to try to do a trip for the kids and then a trip for us, like just rotate every year. So the first time in Jamaica, like you said, they know. Well, down there they know, obviously.
Yeah,
And we left the resort because there's a little grocery store. I think I might have told you this story, but there's a grocery store down the way, and I wanted to check it out. I wanted to get out and experience, see, because when you stay in a resort, you're secluded, you get everything top notch and everything's chill and cool and what have you. But so we're walking, and here's a dude alongside the road in like a little shack, like a surfboard up against it, or I don't know. And he's like, hey, yelling, hey, Hollywood. And he calls me over. I'm like, we'll go check out and see what he's got. We'll just see what's up. And he's like, yeah, he's got all these pipes and shit he's selling and pictures that are painted, a couple rocks, some seashells, whatever. He's like, hold on. And he goes behind his little shack, brings out a garbage bag. And I'm talking like a lawn and leaf size garbage bag. Opens it up, and it's just pot, just buds. He's like, what you want, man? I was like, what? And he just takes it back and puts it back behind his shack. I was like, that's pretty wild.
yeah.
But that's all cool down there. You know what I'm saying? At the time, well, this was years ago now, but like it was, it was like a parking ticket down there. That's what you'd get in trouble for
Okay.
having, not
Yeah.
like how it
Because
would have.
you weren't allowed to have it like out, but you were allowed to like use it if you're
Right.
like in your
Yes.
area or whatever.
Yeah. So it's cool. And then people are beeping in their cars, man. And what's interesting, like I like learning about cultures, different cultures, like you said. That's so cool, man. It's interesting.
And I like that laid back, you know,
Yeah.
chill. That's what it was like traveling. You know, when I did my traveling, it was everything was laid back. Everywhere we went, there was like no rush, no, you know,
No.
there was an agenda of what we had to get done, but we did that, and then we just kind of like flowed with the wind. You know what I mean? Like did what we want to, whenever we wanted to, just kind of chill.
That's the beauty of it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And people down there, it's kind of how it was. Like kids were outside playing with other kids, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
It was good to see. You don't see that much
No,
anymore.
it's a lost art, man. Making up games in the backyard, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
doesn't
that
happen
shit
anymore.
don't happen at all.
No.
At all. Even when friends you get together, they're just
Yeah.
I
Oh
I
man.
don't get it,
So
man.
I was over at my mom's when my son was home for a minute, a couple weeks ago, in between his main deployment and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had some friends over at my mom's house. We were having a fire in the backyard. And they're like, "Yeah, let's go play hostage." And I'm like, "What?" I think that's what they called it. I'm like, "What the hell is that?" You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, "A game. It's a game. They're gonna go play this game."
All right.
And the what they do is they divide into two teams. You need a minimum of 3 kids per team, I guess. And they divide up into teams. They take one team takes one person from one team, and the other person gets a person from the other team. They blindfold the kids, then they go drop them off wherever the hell they want to drop them off at. Doesn't matter where it is. And then they like drop them off, and then they have to let them out, and then they have to find their way back. They have to find a way to get a hold of their team, and they're like timed on how fast they can get back to like the
The
base or whatever.
base. No
It's like
shit.
you guys have phones. How hard is that game? It can't
Yeah.
be hard at all, right? Unless
Yeah.
they take the phone away. I don't know. I didn't ask. I tried to ask details, but they were like up and gone before I even got to like
Well,
find out what was going on.
you think they would. That would be the smart thing, right?
Take the phone away.
Take the phone.
But like just go dump them off in the country. There's no pay phones. Those don't even exist anymore anyway.
Fuck
And
no.
they wouldn't even know how to use them if that was the case. And then
Matt.
like right?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Go knock on someone's door? They're gonna shoot you.
They're not gonna answer.
No, exactly.
Fuck you want.
Yeah. I need to call my friends. Yeah, sure you do.
My dog's sleeping. It bites people.
But like just the weirdest thing. Like what a dumbass game. That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, they did something though.
They did something.
They did
You're right.
something. I'll give them that. They did something. But that's crazy. Yeah, but like doing that out in the woods or
Yeah.
somewhere, fuck, you'd be scared. They wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah. And it was nighttime, so it's like, okay, you'd go drop them off on some country road. It's like, all right, what do we do? I don't know.
Yeah.
Look for a road sign. Back in the day, we knew every road everywhere. If we saw a road sign, we'd be like, oh, I know where we are.
Yeah.
Kids don't know that shit anymore.
No,
My
even
kid
map,
hardly knew how to get to Marinette.
even maps, man. Like I think, yeah, I
You know what I
think
mean? Like, what the-
I know, dude. I'm worried. I'm fucking worried. I'm gonna be honest. We'll get real here, man, because the world's fucked up.
oh yeah,
You know
dude,
what
it
I'm
is.
saying? It's technology. I don't know how much we could talk about this a lot, bro, because it's that bad when you really think about it. Like people don't, they don't think outside the box anymore.
Dude, I know where this all stems to. I've figured it out. Participation trophies.
Fu- Fucking dude, I have that wrote down on one of my
Dude,
cards. I'm not shitting you.
I'm telling you, that is where it all goes to.
100,
Everything.
dude. That's crazy.
All the ding dongs that are causing all the issues and all the problems throughout the society are all the participation trophy kids. All of them. I'm telling you, man.
I
I know
agree.
it.
I
I know
fucking
it.
agree, man.
They never had to work for a damn thing in their life. They just got everything. Oh, you
Yeah,
participated.
it's a
Here's a
fact.
medal. Here's a
It's a
ribbon.
dude. And we don't, just so anyone that's listening or watching, we don't plan none of this shit out. We're just talking. That's what's cool about us is we're just having real conversations and
Yeah,
discussions about shit. But you're right, man. Like participation trophies, because you learned something from losing,
you
right?
do. You do. That's
You
what
get
makes
your
you
you
better.
get your feelings hurt.
Yep.
Okay. That's a fact. That's gonna fucking happen. I've lost that shit and I've gotten pissed and I've got sad and it's bothered me. But then you just said it, you get better. What
Hmm.
can I do to get better?
If you really truly enjoy, say, like, let's take wrestling for example. I was a wrestler. In wrestling, back in the day, you had an 8-man bracket, you wrestled, and if you lost, shit, you ain't getting
Mm.
first place. That's just how it is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And, you know, my first time I think I ever wrestled was, I think I got like a fourth place, and I got better every single time because I didn't want a damn ribbon. I wanted a medal, right? And you only got medals for first, second, and third place.
Yeah.
And then, you work your way up and you get better because of it. Now, every kid that goes and wrestles, they all get medals because they only do 4-man brackets. So you can't just give one kid a ribbon and 3 kids medals. No, so everyone gets medals and you don't even have to do anything. It's
Well,
like,
they
are you
don't,
kidding me?
and they don't keep score with shit.
That too.
Like, there's no scoreboard going
You need
on.
to learn how to lose and you need to learn how to win. And I say that because learning to win is a big, important step, also, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, if you're a winner
Oh
all the
yeah.
time and you kick ass, great, good job. But be a good winner. Don't be a dickhead,
That's
you know?
right. That's right, man.
And
That's
like,
how a good team,
yes, exactly.
a good MVP. I don't even know how I want to phrase this, but like we'll say the MVP of the team is a
Yeah,
good player because he makes everyone else better too. He just doesn't, like you said, he's not a dick.
yeah,
He's not worried about himself,
right.
right? He brings up the team rather than just, hey, look at me, I'm the star of the show.
Yeah,
But
no, man,
but
it's
the
true.
the kids keep score, or the parents, I should say, depending on the age. You always got them sideline coach parents too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of, some of them irritate me. It's one thing cheering on the kids and stuff, but like when you're trying to coach from the side, if you want to be a coach, fucking sign up, be a coach.
Yep,
That's the way I look at it.
that's what I did, man. I saw things that I wasn't sure if I liked or not, and I'm like, I'm gonna try coaching once. Let's see what happens. You know?
It's the truth. No, I'm serious. I mean, it's one thing to cheer on your son, your daughter, whatever, or the team, but like don't coach and yell and shit. Like that's what they're get. That's, and coaches should get paid,
Right.
and some don't, some do.
Yep. You know what? It drives me nuts too. Is like, you'll have, as a coach, you're gonna try and coach these kids on how they can do something better, right? I'm a
Yeah.
runner. I coach running. That's what I do.
Yep.
Um, you all through practice, you see them 5 days a week. You get to coach them. You get to see how their work ethic is. You get to see how they're running, what you're doing to improve their running, get them faster, all that good stuff. Then you have a parent telling their kid what they should be doing
Yeah.
in order to get better or faster, or coach doesn't know what this is going on. It's like, hold on, you don't even come to meets to see your kid run. How do you know what they're doing at practice? Because you're obviously not there either. So how does this person know what they need to be doing to become a better runner? And then they have conflicting, you know,
Well, what you're doing
ideas
and what
between
they're
me and
trying.
what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
And then you have this kid who just becomes stagnant, doesn't know what's going on, and ultimately they lose their confidence, and then season's a wash.
Yep.
It's like,
It,
it's brutal, man. Parents are a lot of times the worst,
well, I think they're
can
trying
be some
to,
of their worst enemies as an athlete.
maybe some try to live through their child,
That could be.
in a
That could be too.
in a way, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
you see it a lot in running. Kids are following their parents' footsteps. Like, parents were good runners, and
yeah,
kids are not far from the tree.
but I don't agree with, like you said, man. The participation trophy thing is that's it just makes everybody soft and everybody's a winner, and then you fucking think you're gonna go out into the real world and win, and then you get let down hard because you're not fucking winning.
Yeah, at a job, for example, right? And now all of a sudden I'm gonna sue the company I work for because they're discriminating against me because I don't know how to turn on a computer or something when
Yeah,
you're supposed to be like some sort of desk jockey or something. I don't think what
yeah.
are you kidding me? The
D-
the criteria to be in this job is know how to turn a computer on, and you don't know how to do that. Therefore, you know, maybe,
yeah, but I passed my computer class.
yeah,
What were you doing there? I don't know. I got an award.
yeah.
you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't. When the fuck did we get there in the world? When did that start happening? Because I wasn't back when
Dude,
we. When did that really I don't even know, dude.
I think it was the early 2000s. I think. I want to say that's kind of when it was really starting to take off. Like it might have been before that when we were in school too. We just didn't see it as much. But I
Yeah.
think even when I was like in school, when I was in grade school, I know they started taking a lot of those 8-man brackets where you like when you win, you go to the winner side. When you lose, you go to the
Go to the
loser
loser
side.
bracket.
You
Yep.
know, they were starting to get rid of that when I was in grade school still, and go to these like 4-man round robins where everybody had to wrestle everybody, and
Yeah, a
then
couple times. Yeah, yeah, I remember that shit too
so
now.
like
Yeah.
even when I was in school, that started. But like, yeah, so it was kind of around there, I think.
Yeah. Everybody yeah, we need to
But
get
look what
back.
it's morphed into, man. It's just it's everywhere you go. It's just a hurt feelings report everywhere. You know, oh, this person said this, and you can't say that because that hurts my feelings. Like I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
You
It
can't
hurts
say
my
that.
feelings. It hurts my feelings that you're not strong enough to be able to withstand a very simple word or
Yeah, dude, no,
topic.
it's
You know what I
across
mean?
the board. Sometimes some people need to get a good punch in the mouth.
There you go.
I mean, I'm not talking about kids, maybe some
No.
kids. But
Yeah,
no.
well, some probably deserve a kick in the ass for sure.
Yeah, and that too, man. Like when I was talking to the principal at the school because there was a situation with one of the boys, it's like, man, they have a hard time like trying to do the right thing with punishment too because like you just said hurt feelings and then the parents come and then they're fucking wailing and there's lawsuits or somebody suing somebody now and it's just crazy.
Yeah, everyone wants an easy ticket or an easy payday, I guess. You know,
Yeah,
sue the school for this because they wouldn't let my kid, you know,
it's
piss in a
like
locker or some shit. I don't know.
fucking get
Just
in
something
there,
stupid.
crack the whip. I'm okay with that. Go ahead.
Yeah,
It teaches them something.
yep.
you know
Well, my mom
uh,
would tell me a story that her uncle was a teacher at the school, and I mean this is 70s, okay, in the
yeah,
70s.
yeah.
Um, and she called him uncle at school, and he grabbed her and put her up against the locker and said, "You do not call me that when we're at school. It is, you know, you call me Mr.
Such and
Rouse.
such.
That's
Yeah.
what it is." And uh that's it. Like you address me by my name at school, not by our family name,
Family.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Well, that was a respect thing, right?
It was a very much a respect thing, and that is gone by the wayside now, and it sucks,
Morals,
man. I mean,
values.
I get it, but like it's made everybody soft, man. Kids don't respect adults,
No, dude.
not even close, you
No.
know?
Like I said, he came over, when his couple of his buddies come over, and they just at the first thing, it's like, no, hey, hey, Mister B.
Mhm.
It's like, no, they just call, hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I've never done that to any of my, even as I got older,
Still to this day,
dude.
my teachers, I call them, you know, Mr. whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Like or a coach, I call him coach,
yeah.
like that's it.
That's
Like
who they
it
are,
never ends.
right?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm with you, dude. I do the same thing because it's just it's a respect thing.
Yeah.
We have
Absolutely.
Scoops Sports Cafe.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. It's been here forever.
Yep.
It was a great place. It closed now because the owner, he's up in age now and he fell and he got hurt, unfortunately. Best pizzas I've ever had in my entire life.
They're
Okay.
good.
I would get it every Saturday night. We were doing that for months. And he knew when I would call, he would say, "Hey, Steve, same." I said, "Yes, sir." And I finally went in there one time and I always called him sir. And he looked at me, he said, nobody's called me sir in 10 years. And I'm
Hmm.
like, well, it's just a respect thing. I respect my elders, is basically that's what I said.
Yeah.
And nobody, I never hear kids, nobody, I don't even if I meet somebody, I always shake their hand. None of that shit happens anymore.
No, man.
I try to teach my boys the good morals and the good values and how to present yourself, be respectful, be polite, be kind, because that goes a far way
It does, man.
in
It does.
life, man.
Well, and you look back at it like if you're just meeting somebody for the first time, are you going to be more prone to communicate with that person if they walk by you and just be like, eh? Or if they go by you, shake your hand, look you in the eye, say, "Hey, I'm
Right.
Derek," whatever, and address them properly, they're probably gonna like say, "Hey, remember that guy? Let's talk to him. Maybe
Yeah.
it's for a job interview or whatever it's for.
Right.
Let's go back and look at that guy. He was respectable, you know."
It's a big thing that's lacking all over, and everybody hides behind the Twitter and the Twitch or whatever, all this other shit, and TikTok and everything. There's a trend, and it's just
Oh, it's
it,
easy when you can't see your face.
it's
You can
all
say whatever
fucked.
you want, man.
It's all fucked up, man.
I can call some people whatever I want to over the keyboard, and they'll
Yeah.
never see my face. They don't know where it's coming from.
And I don't want to sound negative all the time either, but it's
No.
just the reality of it.
But, there's two sides to every coin. You still get those a lot of those kids that do have parents that are teaching them that stuff that, hey,
Yeah.
you know, this is how it should be. I know when my kid was little, he wanted to be he was with adults a lot, right? Because I was a single parent, and he went back and forth to his mom's and my house or whatever. But like single parents, like he was with me and my friends a lot, so he was with adults. He never really hung out with little kids all that often.
Right.
So he like kind of took on a mentality of like joking around with us, and like it was just what it was, right? And when he got to like middle school age, I could see a problem with it, right? Like, okay, he's starting to like address other adults as like
We wanted,
as a joke. It
yeah,
was always
yeah.
a joke, and it was always, you know, kind of how adults would joke with each other. And it's like he
Yeah.
wasn't like vulgar or anything like that, but like it was just
You could tell.
inappropriate, right? It just was like, I don't know, man. Maybe you should just say less is more, like,
Yeah, yeah.
speak when spoken to type of thing. And yeah, so like as he got older, I kind of like worked with him a little bit on that just to be
Well, yeah, but
a little better.
he was with you though. You were being a parent, bringing him. So he got to see things and experience things, not in a bad manner, but he
No,
just felt
right.
like he was, you know,
Mhm.
one of
He
dad's
wanted
boys.
he wanted to
He-
be a part of like the group,
Yeah.
and like be part of the joke or whatever it was. But it
Yep.
was part of learning, man. As a young parent too, that was part of
Oh
learning how
man.
to.
Fuck. We'll have to talk about that sometime as being young parents.
Oh, dude, I know. That was
That's yeah,
I could go forever, man. Stories.
that's
Oh,
a tough
stories.
job. Yeah, we'll talk about that because yeah, I got stories too, man. And it's like your life. I mean, obviously your life changes dramatically, but like
Yeah,
your friends don't realize it either.
right.
Like I couldn't go and do a lot of things because I was in a serious relationship with a kid.
Mhm.
So I couldn't go out on Friday nights and go play games or whatever, right?
Right.
I can't make it tonight.
Didn't get to
And
experience the
no,
college life, didn't get to
yeah,
the going out every weekend type of stuff.
nothing.
Just there's a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff that you miss, but there's a lot of stuff that you gain that they didn't get to see until now. Some of
that's
my friends
right.
are having kids now,
I was just
it's
gonna
like,
say that. Now they see. It's like, oh shit,
yeah,
yeah, I can't come over. Ah, now you know
yeah,
what it feels like 20 years later.
yeah, yeah, I'm an empty nester, I can do whatever the hell I want,
Yeah.
and they're, like,
Hey,
having kids, they're like, "Oh, I got kids." It's like, "Yeah,
there's a perk.
I've been
There's a
there."
perk to having young kids or kids at a young age because if you do it right and you're responsible,
Yeah,
you're not that old of a parent and you're back to having freedom at a good age in your life, really.
right.
Better head on your shoulders, you know what I'm saying? That whole everything flows.
Yep,
Got to have that state of flow, man. I like that.
I agree.
So, but yeah, the world and everything and technology is taking over and AI, all this crazy stuff that's happening. Yeah, man. You mentioned one time about talking about how like movies like predict the future.
Oh, dude.
And with that's another one I want to get into sometime because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
Books, movies, you name it. There's
Books and
tons of
movies.
stuff. It's just like, wait, who's doing the time traveling right now? Because someone's got it.
Someone's doing it.
Someone's got it figured out, right?
Yeah, there's shit out there that we don't even know about, you know? I believe that. Like, how can you really know? Does that make
And to
sense? Is
be
it?
and to be so specific in like in books, right? I mean, we'll talk about this more in depth another time, but like there's so there's movies and books that are so specific that it's like, how did they know that? Unless it was either happening already or, you know,
Yeah, or in a
it's
you
it's
know,
just
some
weird.
people there's like what do they call, like, a multiverse? Like, there's a alternate timelines, like, that's
Oh
a
yeah.
thing. That could be a thing, you know? It's weird because we've all had that feeling of deja vu. I know you've had it. I've
Oh
had
god,
it.
yeah. Oh
Do it
yeah.
all you know
All
what I'm saying?
all the time.
And what's crazy, Derek, this is no bullshit. I had a dream the other night that I was getting dressed up in a suit. Okay, I wanted to put on a suit. The next day, my wife sends me a picture randomly from a year, 2 years ago when I stood up in a wedding for a guy in a suit. She's like, "You remember this?" The next day, I never
Jesus.
even told her about the dream
Right.
until after she sent me that picture.
That's
Then
crazy.
I'm like, how I just told you I wanted a beer. I've been craving a Corona. I've been having that craving. And I was gonna go one night to the store, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go. I don't need a beer. Not that I couldn't handle it. I just right, just trying to maintain health. The next day, my buddy sends me a picture from 12 years ago. We were at a bar, and I was holding a Corona.
No way.
I'm
So
not shitting
that
you.
is insane.
I am not shitting you.
See, and that's different from like you talking about something and then all of a sudden ads on your phone
Right.
show up, right? Because that's
That's
a
a
whole
whole.
different thing. This is like an actual person sending you something.
Yeah.
You must talk in your sleep. So your wife heard you talking about a
I
suit
don't
in your
know,
sleep,
man.
and then she just, oh yeah, remember this picture?
Yeah, it blew my mind. Like I think about, I'm just telling you that story. Just was like kind of gave me a chill. You know, it's weird how things
Dude,
shake
yeah.
down.
Yeah. Well, it's really weird too. Like brought the dogs to get their haircuts today, and my wife is gonna go pick them up, and like literally, my wife messages me because the grooming place calls me to say, "Oh, the dogs are done.
They're ready. Yeah.
They're ready." And my wife texts me, and then like immediately after that, the grooming place texts me. My wife's message, "Are the dogs done yet?" Grooming place, "Dogs are done."
That's crazy.
And
See,
like
yeah,
it was like ding ding, like literally. Just so weird, like timing and yeah. No, man, I hear you. That's goofy stuff.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
We
there's
could,
extra forces at work.
yeah, man. You got to find the balance in the force.
Yeah. We can talk about karma sometime too.
That's a real thing.
Oh, dude, I believe in that 100%.
100%, dude. 100%. Yeah, we can get real. We'll get real. We're gonna get real on this show. There's no. This is uncensored, man. We're just gonna
Yeah,
talk.
we're
This is
just getting
real.
started.
This is real shit. And it's gonna be interesting and fun.
Yep,
And I'm
we're
and
just
I'm
getting
ex-
started, trying to
yeah,
find our legs and
yeah. Because I like
keep
hearing
moving,
good conversations. That's what I like hearing. Discussions. You
keep
know.
evolving, and yeah, this is gonna be good, man.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun.
It'll be a blast. And plus to top it off, we're nerds too. So
Yeah,
that's
just
always good to throw in the mix.
just look behind us, right?
Yeah, that's right, my friend.
I think you got a little bit more. Is that the ceiling behind you, or is that more room on the wall? I can't tell.
Yeah, yeah, there's ceiling. That's the ceiling.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just playing around with the different camera angles here, and you know, because I actually put my webcam on a tripod now. I'm
Yeah,
trying that out. That's a different look. I don't know. I think I kind of dig it.
yeah,
Just
I
got
like
to
it.
tweak it, maybe. You know, just having fun. I'm not.
I like how you're not like looking right at the camera, where I'm looking more at the camera.
Yeah.
You look like you're more. I look like I'm doing an interview. You look like you're just bullshitting. You know what I mean? So like
I'm
I might
trying to
do the
look
same
at you.
thing.
So like because I know what you mean because I'm staring at you and it's like I'm looking at you like you're right here, but I'm all off to the side. So I try to look at it once in a while to be like, "Hey, what's up,
Yeah,
Derek? How
yeah,
you doing?"
yeah. Give me
And
the eyes, right?
I get real get into it like I'm a singer,
Oh,
you
there
know.
you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotta
I
give
was
me one of them boom mics too, and
yeah. They're good, man. It sounds good. Good quality. A lot of options on this thing. I like it. It's a blue Yeti. It's a pretty standard popular mic, but it sounds good. It's cool. Got the boomstick.
Right on.
Got the boomstick. Like, was that from Duke Nukem?
Oh
Or no,
yeah.
that's from the
No,
Evil
what is it
Dead.
from?
Evil Dead.
I don't remember. I don't think I've
It's
ever
one of
played
them.
that.
No, that's a movie. It's a horror movie. I don't know if you ever got into horror movies back in the day.
Isn't there an Evil Dead game too? I think there
Yeah,
is.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, you're the collector of games, man.
Oh, dude,
You
I don't know all the games.
well,
I
you're
just
gonna have to do some
know
research now for
some
the next
stuff.
episode.
I don't know if I've never played the game. I probably won't do any research on it.
No,
Maybe though.
no.
Maybe.
Actually, I picked up this from our local friend there that we like to get books from, and I was digging in this a little bit. I don't know why, but
Oh yeah.
Christian theology.
Did you go there today?
Oh, I wanted to, but I
He had a
didn't.
sale today.
Yeah, he did. Well, fuck, I can't even hold it right. Yeah. I don't know why. I just, at one point too, I was like, I don't know how you are in religion or your thoughts on religion, but that's a topic we could talk about too. Cause I've had questions, from
Sure.
when I got jacked up health wise. I was looking for answers and shit. And then also from my first marriage, from what happened there, that was
Yeah.
another time. I feel like a lot of people, like I believe, right? I believe in stuff.
Sure.
Okay. But
Yep.
I feel like a lot of people don't. They only look for shit when something bad happens.
No, it's like Jelly Roll's song.
Yeah,
Talk
I
to
mean,
God
yeah,
when I need a favor,
yeah,
right?
that's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth, for real. I mean, let's be honest. I've done it twice. But when I was younger, I used to go to church. I
Sure.
used to go to a youth group and stuff, and it was great, good time. But now I think a lot of shit. It's just I think religion has become a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Um, trying to get money. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's all tax write-offs, man.
So but anyway, yeah, we got a lot of good topics, man, ahead of us.
We do.
We're gonna dive deep into some shit. But yeah, this was a good talk tonight, man. I had fun. I'm glad
Yeah, no, this is
we
good.
found time to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
A-
there'll be more for sure.
Any closing statements here, my friend?
Keep it real. That's it.
That's it, man.
Be
Try to
respectful, right?
be respectful. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that. Be kind, be respectful, just be a good human.
It's not
That,
hard.
no, man, it's not.
Have some fun.
Yeah. Take care of take care of business. It's like I tried to tell my oldest. I said, take care of your business first, go to work, pay your bills, maintain yourself, and then have fun.
Yep.
It's pretty simple.
And be happy and
Yeah.
kind doing it,
Yeah.
right?
That's right. But there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and we will catch you all soon. Have a good one.
Peace.